Welcome back, friends. It is Thursday. It is drunk pokeroo time. It is beer time. It's beautiful outside. There's just a touch of cold under that warm breeze, but it's definitely lawnmower season. It's time to cut the lawn. It's time to make sure the gardens are ready to get the plants in. Up here in Canada, May 2-4 is a couple weeks away, so I mean that's really the start of summer up here. Memorial Day, if you're in the States, that seems to be the kickoff to summer. So I thought today we'd talk about a couple of things. First off, still from Brew Donkey on Sunday. I'm still in a high. It's such fun. Innocente Brewing. I think I've talked about them a couple of times. Their charcoal porter last year was one of those beers that really helped me realize I no longer wanted to drink macro beers or macro lagers and just get drunk all the time, that I could enjoy a beer and have a good time with it. So, when I got to go to Innocente, the second stop of the Brew Donkey tour, and I got to meet Stephen Innocente, I was a little starstruck. The guy is super down to earth, super friendly. Told his story. He talks about the realities of brewing beer. It's not all just great flavors. I mean, it is for us, but for them, it's their job and it's their passion, it's their life. So, I mean, I'm very proud to support quasi-local. I mean, I'm from Hamilton, they're in Waterloo, but that's local enough. Collective Arts has a new beer coming out real soon, so hopefully we'll talk about that in the near future. But today we're going to talk about their latest release for the LCBO, which is the Waterloo 1815 Rye Saison. It was brewed last year to commemorate the 200th anniversary of Napoleon's defeat at the Battle of Waterloo. It's a Saison, and right now we're really into Saisons, and I think with the summer coming, that's a style that you want to be friendly with, because you're going to see a lot of them. And I really struggled with Saisons last year because I was still in that macro beer. I still slipped into that pounding phase every week, once a week, twice a week. I honestly don't remember the last time. I mean, we're talking 6-8 months since I've had a macro lager or purchased one. So that's good stuff. But let's get into this and we'll talk a bit about the beer. I do love a good Saison, I'll tell you that. This has got a Rye Saison, so you're going to get a little more flavor. I had a sample of it at Brew Donkey, but you know me, I like to get the full experience. Look at that. It's a gorgeous color. Like a burnt orange, deep amber red color. My favorite kind of color, I guess, for beer. I like all colors of beer. Gold, straw. I had a stout last night. It was fantastic. That was good too, from the Exchange Brewery. But let's get into this. Cheers. Yeah. So I'm saying, that's probably a decent lawnmower beer. I mean, it's only 5.7%, so it's a little high. But you got that, that orange peel, lemon zest flavor of a Saison with some of that tart peppercorn, sort of a spicy note there in the back end with the rye. Oh, it's delicious. Now I'm having the beer before I mow the lawn, because I flooded the lawnmower, so I gotta wait till it's ready to go again. Every year it happens with this thing. It's old, it's beat up, but I try to start it floods, and then I start it and it goes fine. So I get to have the beer first, and that's fantastic. So this is going to be in the LCBO soon. Keep an eye out for it. There's a nice breadiness to it. There's a bit of it like a malt base in there too. So, it's not your typical Saison, which is a lot of, very upfront orangey flavors. This has got that orangey notes, but a little bit bitter on the back too. So it's a lot happening. It's a nice beer. Sun's shining, so I'm probably going to finish this on the patio while I look at the lawnmower and wait for it to be ready to go again. Delicious stuff. Like I said, this guy knows his beer. This brewery treats people right. Like I told him about, every time I come in, and, I feel like I'm at my home bar, and he says that's sort of, what they're after. We need them to make great craft beer. They need us to drink great craft beer. It's a great relationship. So before I leave and finish this delicious beer, and I should have bought more, but that's fine. It's coming to the LCBO. I'll be able to pick up some more. I want to wish everybody happy Cinco de Mayo with this Descendants El Buscador. It was our last stop, and we'll talk about some Descendants next week. But I'm having that for the barbecue. It's a cerveza-style beer. It's not a huge celebration, not as big as St. Patrick's Day up for me anyways. Down in the States with a big Latin population, they have a much bigger time with it, and I'm always up for a good reason to celebrate and drink a beer. So happy Cinco de Mayo to all my Latin friends who or Mexican friends who celebrate the victory over the French. It was 154 years ago. So, a couple of battle beers, a couple of great beers for summertime. Definitely the Saison. I think you're going to love this all summer. It's dry on the finish, which is typical of a Saison, but it's delicious. It's fun. This weekend's a lot of work. Next week we got some really cool stuff going on, though. Wednesday, we're going to be going to Lou Dogs again, only this time to meet up with my friend Paul the Beer Guy, who is out of Durham region. So we've only met online. We're going to get together at Lou Dogs here in Hamilton and sort of, talk craft beer and have a good time. I'll give you more details next week on Tuesday, but follow along on Twitter. I'll leave the link down below. I'll leave link to Innocente and to Descendants so you can check out their website, see what beers they've got. Again, go visit these guys. Descendants newly opened. Innocente's been there a couple of years. Both beautiful, gorgeous places that just they know how to treat you right. They're so proud of what they've accomplished, and you should be proud that you're a consumer of these great beverages. But that's it for me, guys. I got to go mow the lawn, make the dinner, and then enjoy an evening hanging out with my buddy, drinking some fine craft beers that I've got in the fridge and he's got in his fridge, and we're just going to sit outside and enjoy this warming May weekend. But you know what? Happy Cinco de Mayo. Yesterday was May the 4th be with you, which maybe is my least favorite saying. When you work in customer service, you hear it all day, and I love Star Wars, but come on, guys. Anyways, enough on that. So next week we'll see you on Tuesday. I'll fill you in for what's going on for the rest of the week. But enjoy your weekend. It's Mother's Day. Don't forget to go visit your mother. If you still have one. If you don't, my condolences, and think happy memories of her. But call your mother, get her some flowers, take her out for dinner if you can. I got to work 12 hours on Sunday, so I'm gonna have to pop in before I go to work, or maybe Saturday night pop in and thank my mother for all the things she does. I'm a very lucky pokeroo. She's very supportive and always has been there for me. So I'll raise a glass to my mother in particular, to all the mothers in my life, my mother-in-law, my sister-in-laws, because there are many of them. Without mothers, we wouldn't be here. So cheers to the mothers out there. Happy Mother's Day. Refreshing and delicious. Beautiful.